The Malaysian economy expanded by 4.7% in the fourth quarter of 2018. Growth was supported primarily by resilient private consumption. The impact of disruptions in commodity-related sectors in the second and third quarter of 2018 have also receded. This improvement has provided some support to growth. On the demand side, private sector activity continued to anchor growth. Private consumption registered a robust growth of 8.5% in the fourth quarter. Household spending was supported by income and employment growth, with additional impetus from government measures to alleviate cost of living, such as the special payments to civil servants and pensioners. Firms continued to invest, although at a slower pace. On the supply side, services and manufacturing sectors, which account for close to 80% of GDP, remain the key drivers of growth. The services sector was driven mainly by growth in the wholesale and retail trade subsector. The manufacturing sector growth was supported by continued expansion in the E&E and transport-related production. For the full year 2018, the Malaysian economy grew by 4.7%. The growth performance is highly respectable, reflecting resilient private sector spending, support from net exports, and continued expansion in the manufacturing and services sectors. These factors offset the supply disruptions in the commodity-related sectors, the rationalization of government spending, and a challenging external environment. The current account surplus widened to 10.8 billion ringgit, or 3% of GNI, in the fourth quarter of 2018. This was on account of a higher goods surplus and a smaller income deficit, which more than offset the larger services deficit. The goods surplus of 33 billion ringgit was due primarily to stronger manufactured exports in both the E&E and non-E&E segments. For the full year of 2018, the current account balance registered a surplus of 2.4% of GNI. For 2019, global growth will move closer to its longer-term trend. There will be negative spillovers from the global trade tensions, and we have built this into our forecast. But there will be other factors that will sustain headline growth, such as commencement of RAPID, which is the oil refinery and petrochemical complex. There are new E&E facilities, for example, the automotive semiconductors, biomedical, aerospace. There's also retail outlet expansions, and there is going to be sustained domestic demand, which encompasses private consumption, civil engineering projects such as the MRT2, LRT3, and Penbonio. There will also be recovery from the supply-side disruptions in gas production. And some of the high approval manufacturing investment figures will also be translated into actual investments in 2019. All in all, while there are downside risks, the baseline forecast for 2019 is for the economy to remain on a steady growth path.